So both fighters rush in, they touch gloves, and we're on. And again, to me, this is the fight of the night. You got heavyweight division, two big guys, 6'5" and 6'3". May is a taller fighter. And we got back-to-back fights, right? So we need Augusto Sakai to come through. And you can see the big bombs from Augusto Sakai if he can connect. Some nice leg kicks, too. Now he gets inside, and he goes right into the clinch. And he's fighting to get the left arm underneath as well, but he can't. As Don'Tale Mayes digs the underhook and spins Sakai around. So check this out. Look at Mayes. Come on, Augusto, shove off. Oh, and a nice knee to the body by Sakai. But he can't do much here. He's pinned up against the fence. Now he pushes off a little bit. They're in the center of the octagon. And he shoves off for good. Back to action here. Nice right by Mayes. Come on, Sakai. Both guys landing leg kicks, which you don't see a lot in a heavyweight fight. Yeah, Don'Tale shoots in for the takedown. He can't get it. Now it's the guy who's taking the back. And Mayes gets out of it. They stand back up. Both guys trading knees. Spin him, Sakai. Boy, a lot of control time. I'm surprised. So now it's Don'Tale Mayes. You got Sakai in the clinch, but Sakai's trying to get underneath. Oh, here we go. Oh, and a knee. Knee to the head. Another one. A second one. Boy, these are connecting. And a fifth. 6, 7. Yeah, keep him right there. Now Don'Tale doing a good job of blocking him, but Sakai continues with about 10, 11, 12 straight knees. And he's got Don'Tale Mayes pinned down. And now a knee to the body. Oof. And this is a great position for Sakai. Now they get to some open space, but then Sakai walks him back to the fence. And yeah, he's content with just keeping Mayes bent over and driving those knees to the head and to the body. And another one. Don'Tale missed blocking the first one. Now he blocks the second and third. This is big for Augusto Sakai in round 1. Thing though, when he's in the clinch, he's got the arms up high. So he still allows Mayes to control him just a little bit, which is why Mayes flipped him around twice. He's looking to do it again, but right now Sakai's got him pinned. Despite not having the arms in the right position. And he lands a left. And you can see some frustration from Mayes. I mean, just can't do much here. And this is the world that Augusto Sakai wants to fight in. Now they shove off, and Mayes falls back. Looked like a leg kick, and he kind of slipped. Went right through his back. And Sakai takes quick advantage of it. And you can see Don'Tale Mayes giving up the back, but he's wanting to get up. Sometimes when fighters do this, they put their hands up in the air. Sometimes when fighters get taken down, they put their hands in the air, and that's how it goes south real quick. But Augusto Sakai still has the back. 45 seconds left. And that's a lot of weight leaning on you, man. A lot of weight. Yep. Yeah, and Sakai may not be able to do much here. It seems like Dontail's blocking pretty good. He goes for, and he looks to stand up once again, but still, it's a lot of weight leaning on you. And eventually that's going to break Dontail Mays down if it hasn't already. He's got to constantly be worried about that knee and taking on the body weight of Augusto Sakai. So not a big round in terms of a lot of action. Big elbow right there. So they continue trading here at the bell. Nice finish in the last 10 seconds, but not a lot of action in round one, but a good round for Augusto Sakai. A lot of ride time. It's a lot of weight. Dontail Mays is going to get tired. And we're going to win 3 in a row. That's what's about to happen. So we're back up to 5-3 on the night. Need this one here to get to 6-3, just 10 fights. We run the table, we're 7-3. That would be a big night. 6-4 would be okay too, but 7-3 would be even better. You understand? So if you didn't know, now you know. The main event is canceled. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. That fight was canceled. And Andre Muniz versus Brendan Allen will be the main event next. And nothing wrong with that. Those are two guys that could be in a main event on their own, just about. So it's a loss, obviously. Big light heavyweight clash, but both Andre Muniz and Brendan Allen are both good fighters, so we'll take it. But this is the fight of the night to me. Round 2 underway. And you can see already, Dontail's tired. He's tired. Now, and if I'm Augusto, let him loose from the clinch, man. And of course, this is going to wear out Dontail even more, but if I'm Augusto Sakai, I would continue trading because Dontail is clearly tired. Come on, push off. There you go. Okay, here we go. Little break into action. Augusto Sakai complaining about something, but they're right back at it. First 45 seconds gone in round 2. Come on, Sakai. There you go. Big right. Now a shot to the body, and he goes right back into the clinch. And this is the safe route, but you'd like to see him continue swinging. See if he can't get the finish against a bigger guy. In terms of height, anyway. But instead, he goes back into the clinch. Dontail's back up against the fence. Sakai's got his head on the chest of Dontail. And this time he can't get the underhook. So it's Sakai who's underneath. So he'll continue driving those knees. But I'm looking to see if he can get the takedown here. Let's go. Yep, Sakai's underneath. He's got the head up against the chin. This is a bad situation for Dontail Mays. Okay, Dontail with a little... Now Dontail gets the clinch, drives Sakai back up into the fence. But he's clearly tired. And Augusto Sakai is going to work right out of this. Or maybe not. Come on, Sakai, get out of there. Boy, both these guys looking tired now. And Augusto Sakai continues to grab the back of the head, driving the knees into the body. But this time he loses position. And Dontail digs the underhooks and drives him back up against the fence. And man, we need some action here. You know, it's a heavyweight fight. Forget the clinch. Separate and swing. But it's working for Sakai because he's not taking And he hits, right? 22-3 in terms of significant strikes. So a very safe route. Limited chance to get finished. And he still got the opportunity to get the finish. He drives another knee to the body. And every time he does this, he's got the hands behind the head, and he's driving that knee to the body. Now we just need a big one to finish it. Let's go. Here we go. Okay. Both guys tired. They shove off. All it's going to take is one strike. And then Sakai goes right back into the clinch. And he's just dominating in this position. Probably 6 to 7 minutes of control time. And just sucking the wind out of the sails of Don'Tale Mayes as his clock continues to tick. 1:30 left, round 2. I'd love to see the ref break this up and just say, I know there's enough not to break it up. I mean, there's a strike every couple seconds, but these guys have been in the clinch the whole fight, and they're just leaning on each other. Under a minute now, round 2. And this is so big in heavyweight fights when you do see it, because the amount of weight that the other opponent can use to lean on you and wear you out is different from any other weight class. I mean, I don't care how big you are. If you got a 260-pound guy leaning on you, takes the back, whatever, and continues to use that weight on top of you, and you got to continually fight that, that's going to be a problem for anybody. And Augusto Sakai is clearly good at doing that against opponents like Mayes that can't handle it. 20 seconds left in the round, and Mayes is going to go down 2-0. And he's tired. I don't think he's got the ability to finish Sakai at this point. I mean, anything is possible, but in terms of the power, Mayes is just completely drained Don'Tale Mayes. And you saw it going into round 2, or at the start of round 2. I mean, it's going to be even worse for Mayes going into round 3 as the bell rings, and that's it. So, kind of a tough fight to watch because there's not a lot of action. A lot of leaning, a lot of control time, a lot of clinch. And when I look at the stats, it's 41-16. Augusto Sakai in terms of significant strikes. Total strikes, 82-56. 617 of control to 209. Right? So you got 8 minutes and 26 seconds of control time, no takedowns. So think about that. That means you got a lot of clinching going on. 2 guys leaning on each other. At least there is some striking. 41-16, that's not bad. I mean, if you're Sakai, it's bad if you're Mayes. Round 4 is underway. Don'Tale Mayes clearly looking tired. As we said, he would going into this round. Now a nice leg kick by Sakai. He goes in for the clinch, drives Mayes back up against the fence, and Mayes shoves off. There we go. And we're back to the center of the octagon. And if you're Mayes, this is where you got to stay, and you can't. Takes 2 high shots, and then you got Sakai just goes right down, drives Mayes into the fence, and continues to stay in the clinch. And whether it's exciting or not, which it clearly isn't, Sakai is going to win the fight if he continues this. Because Mayes needs to shove off and swing. Okay, and there we go. And they shove off, but Mayes looks a little wobbly for sure. 3 minutes left in the fight. And Sakai misses over the top. But Sakai's got power left, Mayes doesn't. Nice right by Sakai. And they tie up once again. Now he gets underneath the Mays this time. Can he squeeze it? Doesn't seem like he's got enough of a grip to do so. And you got Mays driving Sakai back up into the fence. And see, Sakai's not even trying to get the finish. He's just leaning his weight up against Mays. I hate to keep saying the same thing, but the same thing keeps happening. And Sakai just leaning on Mays. That's a lot of body weight. Mays bent over half the time. Taking knees to the head and to the body, and now Mays goes down. Okay, so that takes away the knee. And this might be the best bet for Mays, honestly. But he's exhausted. He gives up the back. And Sakai's got 2 minutes to work here. If he can get the finish here, this would turn into, a boring performance to a big performance. Real quick. But at the end of the day, it's still a dominating performance. And we'll take it, because that's what we told you would happen. Didn't we say Augusto Sakai will dominate Don'Tale Mayes? This is the fight of the night, in my opinion. They're not going to give fight of the night. Not enough action. But fight of the night in terms of anticipation. All right, be smart with those knees. Now you got a grounded fighter. $120 left in the fight. Mays trying to get to his feet. And man, this guy's tired. Mays looking at the clock, so he knows what he's got to do. I mean, you got to take chances, right? Doesn't matter if you lose by decision or KO. I mean, at the end of the day. Oh, and a spinning elbow wobbles Sakai a little bit. But they walk back to the center of the octagon. And we might get a little flurry here at the end of the fight. We'll see. Sakai grabs the back of the head. Oh, and now Mays lands a knee to the body. And drives Sakai back up against the fence. And now Sakai breathing hard. But he'll be okay because there's under 40 seconds left. Boy, now Mays goes down again to one knee. Sakai on top. And again, he's just using that body weight. They're going to grind this clock out with under 20 seconds left. And it's not even going to be close. Ooh, and a big right here. Another one for Sakai. And now we start to open up a little bit. And goes back to riding Don'Tale Mayes. And Augusto Sakai walks to the center of the octagon with his hands raised. And he clearly won this fight. I'm just going to go ahead and put a check mark right now. We'll be 6-3 on the night after this one. 3 in a row. And that's what we said. That's why I'm a little upset that Krylov isn't fighting Spann. Because we really felt the prelims tonight are going to be tough. We went 3-3. But once we get to the main card, we're going to be okay because we like 4 of the 5 in the main card. Solid picks. And right now we're 3-0. So as we get into the numbers, total strikes 105-72. Sakai, 53-30. And these will all be in the same direction in favor of Sakai. 53-30 significant strikes. Headshots 32-18. Body shots 15-8. Leg shots 6-4. Even though Sakai was landing a lot of knees, those were always to the body and to the head. He also had 851 of control to 246 and a takedown. So he's clearly going to win this fight as both guys come to the center of the octagon. Sakai's already got his hands raised. Now he puts him down. 30-27, 30-27, 30-27, all in favor of Augusto Sakai. So he's going to get the win here and move to 16-5. The Brazilian looking good in this one. The American Don'Tale Mayes falls. And another rough loss for him. He's going to fall to 9-5 here in the heavyweight division at UFC Fight Night.